On the news?
Multiple people involved, I guess, and one of them is saying what he thinks I'm thinking as it's happening. I think.
Yeah, dude, they got remote neural monitoring. They can definitely read your thoughts. A friend of mine named Steve, I talk to him about every day now. You guys should talk, man. They read Steve's thoughts and they tell him back what he's thinking all the time. Yeah. Yeah. They're trying to, I think, they try to make you think like they own your mind or something, like they know everything about you. It's like
I feel like they do, because my thoughts, ever since I knew, somebody's reading my thoughts, it's really changed my whole, what's thinking, because kind of Susie did, hello is, and I want to go back to where I was,
Have you been being followed tonight?
What?
On foot? On foot or in car? Have you seen people following you physically?
No, I'm pretty sure it happens, but I've never really come to the conclusion this is somebody contracted.
Hello? 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 God, that happens all the time. Every time I talk to somebody that's in another state, it's bad reception. Call this guy back.
Please leave your message for...
You there, man?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, no. What happened? The call dropped?
Yeah, no, they might have manipulated the phone. I'm not really sure.
Right.
Yeah, no, but my phone gets idolized anyway, so it could be them, it could be something else. No, anyway, there's definitely someplace on the earth where it's just me, right now, and all my thoughts, I think appear on the screen, as I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But nobody's yet described it to me. You'd think somebody would have called me by now. You're a good person to get a hold of. You had your web address, on one of your videos, and you seem like a smart enough guy. But there's nobody who watches me who is interested enough in contacting me. Yeah, I guess.
Dude, you should clean. Yeah, you should clean your. What I think, man, you should clean your pathways out, man. Go out. You know what I mean? Have you been exercising lately?
No, I haven't.
Dude, you should start just drinking as much water as you can and exercising, and spending extra time out if you can get to a park or around the forest, because what they're doing to you, man, it's all through frequency, electronic frequency. And so drinking a lot of water and a lot of exercise, when you sweat a lot of exercise and going out to the forest, that's gonna clear a lot of that out of you, man. It's gonna clear the voices out of you. It's gonna clear a lot of stuff out of you. And because the more you isolate, the harder they're gonna target you. Have you been inside your house a lot or apartment a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens, dude. When they perceive you as being more isolated, that's when they target you the hardest.
Yeah.
Because they think,
yeah, I feel that. No, I definitely noticed that. I used to look at drugs, so that's kind of a bad habit, I gotta get out of that and get that.
Oh, you smoke a little weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might actually, to be honest with you, man, that could actually be good for you. I heard that marijuana kind of...
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I've been smoking pretty regularly since they've been watching me. So, it has helped, but at the same time, I don't remember as much on it. But, for the last, 6 months, I haven't even been getting high, because, they've been manipulating my brain, I think, so I don't get high. So I think they're trying to get me to stop smoking weed.
Yeah, and dude, they might actually be storing information in you, dude. That might be...
What kinds of information?
Well, see, the brain is basically like a supercomputer, And so I think the technology they got, they're able to like hide information inside other people's minds, and then they can access it when they want to. It could be like government files and stuff, man. Honestly.
Yeah, well, I know all my dreams are completely synthetic, so like, that's one way of storing information.
What kind of dreams are they?
I don't know. Oftentimes I have like people I know in them, like people I went to high school with, and sometimes like some new characters, like, so you create my dreams. Like, I don't know how they like get, because it's like a video game. Like, it's still interactive, but you're just, but it's still like stuff they've all created. Like, at least I think so. Like, I have no way of proving it as of yet. I guess you could prove it pretty easily, like using the same technology. I'm not sure. Like, you just need to get scan like while you're sleeping, and then they'd be able to tell like if you're dreaming or not, right?
Yeah, and yeah, man. And when you're dreaming, like when you have dreams of old friends from high school and stuff, that might not actually have been what happened. That might be like some sort of masking they use, like they leave you with that memory to cover up interaction. They might have been talking to you more directly, but they left you with a memory of the high school stuff to cover it up.
I had Bill Cosby was like a fan of my dream last night, or this morning actually.
Right.
So I don't know what that was all about. Like, he seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah. I mean, are you familiar with? Did you used to watch that show when you were growing up?
No.
The Cosby's? Okay.
It was how he looks now. Like, he looks kind of old and decrepit now.
Yeah, with the technology they got, man, it's hard to say what they're capable of doing with the dream scenario stuff because they're talking to people in broad daylight, like the voices, like Steve I was telling you about. They talk to him all the time, man, and like everywhere he goes, they're communicating with them. And he says as soon as he wakes up, they're doing it too.
He wakes up in a different way?
When he wakes up in the morning, he says they automatically start doing the voice to skull on him. They talk to him as soon as he wakes up.
Right, yeah, me too, usually. I kind of wish they'd talk to me more, actually.
Right on.
Yeah, they kind of taunt me with it, a lot of the time they say something and I can't really hear it,
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Did you hear that? I did an interview recently with PACT, PACT, PACT International. It's a human rights group. We did an interview on 4th of July, man, on Independence Day about targeted individuals. And I guess there's a lot of people going through the voice to skull right now. It seems like they're targeting people harder right now than they ever have.
What did you say?
I did an interview on the 4th of July with a human rights group called PACT International.
Yeah.
And there were different people calling in, and from what I got, it seems like they're targeting people harder than ever right now, especially with the electronic harassment and the voice to skull.
Yeah, they're targeting people more than ever, you said?
That's what it seemed like. It seemed like
that
it's been heating up lately.
Yeah, I think it's so common. Like, how common do you think it is in, like, Russia and China?
It's probably going on more in places like that because there's less.
Yeah, no, like, Russia has more satellites up than the United States, so, like, I can see how, like, one of my voices told me, like, Russian people play on you a little bit, so I'm not sure if that means Russian gang stalkers or, like, follow me around or what. I don't know. Maybe they're just joking around. I don't know.
Well, no. You bring up a good point. When if a lot of this voice to skull stuff is contracted, like they got people in other countries doing it too. Like they're able to communicate to you through the satellites, but at the same time, it's coming from like.
Yeah, these people talk about Russian people all the time. They always say Russian people there's a big response from Russia. They always say that.
Yeah, I think it's a big worldwide because you ever heard of Andy B, who's on YouTube?
What is it?
A guy on YouTube named Andy B. He lives in Australia.
Angie B.
Mm-hmm.
A-N-G-I-E.
No, Andy, A-N-D-Y.
Oh, Andy.
Andy B, he's in Australia. He's been going through it for 11 years. And he says, it's pretty intense in Australia. And he says he thinks, like, in every country around the world, even third world countries, they're targeting people with the electronics, the voice to skull, regular gang stalking, being followed all the time and stuff. He said he thinks there's not a place in the world where they don't already have it up now.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
It is. But I mean, dude, to be honest with you, you seem to be able to grind through it pretty good. A lot more people are way more freaked out about, than like you've been going through the electronic voice of skull stuff. Like with me, I've been drugged. I've been zapped a lot from the electronic thing. I've been followed a lot. I've had the helicopters, the airplanes.
Yeah.
Like the cars.
They tortured me one time. I don't know if I told you that.
With the electronic harassment?
Yeah, I call it the brain scraper technique.
Uh-huh.
Where it feels like somebody's scraping the inside of your brain.
Yeah, you know what, man? I talked to a woman. She's been going through it for 30 years. She said they can make stuff inside your house fall.
Yeah, dude, they knocked over they knocked out a can of my tuna.
Yeah.
They just popped it out, and plus they pushed me away from my bike one time. They pushed me like 10 feet away from my bike, and they pushed my bike like 15 feet away from me. So yeah, that's another example where they did that. Now they're always sometimes I mean like they act like they act like gay men, like I think. I mean, I don't know very many gay men, so I'm not sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gay. Like, they told me they were, but...
Yeah, you know what, man? That's so funny you say that, because I was talking to this one girl and she's going through it, and she said her friend told her that the guy running everything in LA through the gang stalking, it was like one of the head guys, was an older guy of 40 that was gay.
Really?
Yeah.
You think my people are connected to them somehow?
Probably, man. Probably.
Maybe I should go to LA and try to, talk to this guy.
I mean, oh, you talking about through the voice of skull?
No, talk to the guy who needs it, or try to, start an investigation or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty. That'd be pretty awesome, man. I don't know. See, with me,
I don't think I would have the resources to really do it. I guess I just have to get enough evidence. I would be able to. I'd probably get killed before I got enough evidence.
I mean, maybe not though, man. They might not. They probably wouldn't kill you. I mean, they could, but I doubt it.
Yeah. No, I mean, they probably know. I'm valued. Here's how they would know, because I'm one of the only people who are being watched on the internet who are also being gang stalked.
Yeah, you were saying that about your neighbor had a picture of you.
Yeah, and I think that was the website.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure whoever she was living with still watches me, and she probably still does. I couldn't tell if she was gay, actually. They told me she was gay, but I think that might have been a red herring,
There is some connection with gay people and gang stalking, though. There is some deeper connection, because a lot of the people I've talked to, they always bring up something about somebody being gay, and I think there is some sort of thing they have where, that's kind of like those secret societies, like they always have homosexual rituals.
Yeah.
So I think there is some kind of connection to that.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, I heard 70% of the victims were women, so apparently I call it the straight surveillance, the SS. So they're potentially the more lethal ones in my opinion, but yeah, I think they're the ones running this shit actually, since there's more women being targeted. I don't know if that necessarily means they aren't gay. They could still be gay, but majority of the time.
You're saying that 70% of the people being targeted are women?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I think more women are being targeted than men. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, because gay people are a minority, like as
Right.
likely as that may seem, like they're still a minority, so like it's probably more likely that straight people have the technology.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Like I would doubt like there are some. Like I heard there's like a group of gay men in Palm Springs who all heard the same voice, Lisa.
yeah, I saw that on MSNBC.
Oh really?
Yeah, where it was.
No shit. What did they say about it?
They were saying that like basically hundreds of people, mostly gay men, were hearing voices out west, were in California. Palm Springs is by L.A., right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and they were saying that these people were hearing voices, and it was so many people. MSNBC did a story on it because like there's no way this many people could be delusional, but it was mostly gay men. It was mostly gay men though that were hearing the voices. So, I mean, I wonder how they do it.
I kind of dared them, like, if they can just condition me to become gay, and they kind of took me off on the offer, and they tried to, like, stimulate my asshole, like, when I'm around my dad and stuff, and they stimulate my mouth, like, when I'm around dudes, like, so they can, like, get me to, like, think about sucking dick, even though, like, I'm not really thinking about it, like, they're just stimulating my mouth, you know?
Right.
They've been doing that for the last like year or so.
Why do you think they're doing that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they wanted to take me up on the offer because like I dared them to do it. Like oh okay, and I kind of dared them to do it to condition me to be a pedophile, but like I don't know. That's kind of
Right.
more dangerous, you know. Like I mean like. They would like stimulate my hand, like I don't know. I made it into kind of a game. It's kind of a dangerous game, but like I don't know why they're doing it. Like because they'd rather I was gay. I guess I don't know. I mean, like I know they're not gonna like watch a gay guy in favor of me because they're so set on me. I guess I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure why they watch me. They just seem to really like me. I guess like which I think is rare. Like. Isn't it rare that the gang stalkers make themselves known first of all, and then say that they go out of their way to say that they like the person?
That is rare, and it seems like
it kind of makes me feel better about the whole situation. You know, that they're so nice to me. I mean, they do kind of make fun of me sometimes, but. And the whole thing is like a form of ridicule, so it's like they're obviously kind of horrible people, but at the same time they try to make me comfortable.
that's actually pretty cool. That
Maybe.
I mean, it's better than them sitting there saying horrible stuff all the time. At least it's not that bad of the relationship. Isn't like
It's a relationship,
right. Yeah, man. You see. It's like you're finding something, even within all the negativity, you're still finding something positive. It's like, to be honest with you, it's kind of cool because you don't have to, you don't have to go find an old friend to talk to. It's just like you got some incoming call already.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, but they're not always very responsive. I mean, they kind of like they have a protocol, I guess. Like, Julian, did you ever watch the video with Julian McKinney?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was like a radio interview, and she was like, worked for the NSA or the FBI or something, and she basically be eliminated, and like things you become embarrassed about that becomes like protocol. That was your word, so I started using it a lot, and like what they say to me is like protocol for them, I guess, which kind of makes it seem like. That could be in the government, if they're doing things like protocol.
Right.
But I think actually sincerely saying stuff to me. You know, like I think it's possibly improvised. Like I don't know.
Have you went to go, like, have you had any girls lately? Have you went?
No, I haven't really. No.
I wonder what they would say to you if you brought a female home.
I don't know. Like I used to worry about like being in a relationship, you know, because like they might want to kill the person I was with or something. But I think they're pretty much okay with me dating people. Like they've said that before. But at the same time, like I kind of fear, you know, dating people because they might hate the person I'm with, you know.
Right.
But, like because they give me erections like to girls. They want me to be straight. You know, I don't think they want me to be gay. Because if they wanted me to be gay, like they would condition me like harder. You know, like because like they can do mind control. Like I'm not sure how much like you believe that they can control your mind. Like I don't know.
Oh, they can try. I know what you're saying. They can certainly try a lot harder than what they have been trying on you if that's what they wanted to do. I hear where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Right.
And maybe it's partially just to seem kind of inconspicuous, even though they're by their very identity, very conspicuous, because like they put me on the internet, like that's.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, like I said, like by their very nature, they're conspicuous people because they put me on the internet. They're gang stalkers, like, and I think they would want to try to stay covert, if they were like handled with illegal weapons and they had the intention of, experimenting on a person.
Yeah, and the gang stalking program is like paranormal, don't you think? To a degree?
Yeah, it is. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what constitutes the program.
Well, I mean, the experience, like, the stuff that people go through in gang stalking, like, I've had stuff where I've heard noises like tapping on my roof and tapping on the walls, and, I thought I was kind of tripping when it first happened, and then it happened a few times after that, and then a few other people who being gang stalked told me they heard the same thing on their house, like, noises in their house.
Yeah, man, like, they can definitely do that. And they can, like, kill you with sound waves, I think. Like, one guy was, like, asking, I forget his name. I don't know, it was one of the experts on gang stalking. And he said, like, is it sound waves? And he didn't really answer his question, like, so I'm not really sure what it is. Like, they can actually move objects, And
Right.
the fact that, like, from any they could satellite, you just assume they just have a sky view of a person. Like I don't see how they can like get in every corner. So like I'm pretty sure they have like a view of my consciousness or my sight. Like they're always behind me and they're always in front of me, I think.
They might be underneath us too in some underground. They might be communicating with us, if they want a noise to come into your house or they want to do something like that, it might be coming from underground.
Oh, you think so?
You hear about those underground bases.
Yeah, I never heard about that. Like maybe there's one here. I don't know. I live in Illinois, so.
Right. So, nothing surprises me anymore with this gang stalking stuff. They have. They have so much at their disposal. They can pay just about anybody. They can do just about anything, and it's just like, it's a trip, man. It's tripped out.
Yeah, no. Here's a good question though. Like, if they knew that they could make money off of me, like, why don't they just like come and approach me and like make deals with me, and we can have this internet thing where people watch me all the time and read my thoughts, even though like. I was like making the thought reading, part of the deal, but why don't they just come forward and make a deal with me?
Probably
we can all make money from it, big time.
There's probably a hands-off rule You know, with the yeah, there's probably some sort of rule saying that you know they're not supposed to be able to approach you and talk to you openly like that. Like it's supposed to be a thing where you can never prove it's real, where you never actually interact with somebody and talk about it. Like I doubt, you know, it doesn't sound like something they would actually do, like approach you and make a deal with you. You know, it sounds like there's the rules and protocols within the gang stalking program keeps them from actually interacting with you one on one, like physically, like face to face, talking about it. Because I've never.
Are there any exceptions to that rule?
Oh, I mean, you know, you can all. I mean, exceptions can always be made, but out of all the stories I've heard about gang stalking, I never anybody once say that they were approached by the gang stalking people and offered a deal. I've never heard that before.
Well, that's ridiculous, man. Like, it seems like no one's done that. You know, because like they can make big money off it. Like people make all this money off a webcam.
Right.
And this is obviously way more like interactive than a webcam, you know.
Right, but if it was ever to get out, like if you were ever able to prove that.
Do you think they make money off of it?
Oh, of course.
How would they do that?
Because they're being financed to monitor you, and so where the money is coming from is most likely coming from the government, which is coming from the International Monetary Fund over there in Switzerland. Basically, the people who want to control the world are funding it. The banks, the bankers, the big bankers over in like Switzerland and all that stuff. They want to keep the program going so they can control the whole world. And they want as much control over as many people as they can. And so they're funding the program.
Do you think people would know me in Switzerland?
Yeah, it's very possible. Yeah, man. They probably look over.
Yeah, no, they know me all over the place, man. Like,
yeah.
I wasn't, like, I've been unsure about, like, whether people were transmitting my thoughts to people on TV for a long time, but it, like, became very obvious today.
I think like a lot of the Hollywood movies and stuff and stuff they do and books they make, I think they take people's thoughts and use it. Like they probably take your thoughts and use it.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely true. Like, I mean, not anything directly, like, no, they have, like, cause they conditioned me, like, I never told anyone this before, but they conditioned me to say the words, I'm a woman, like, hear me roar, or something like that. Like, it was always unclear, and they actually used that on TV, like, on The Simpsons, actually.
Man, that's intense. You're saying that they're saying that what they did with you, they used it to put into the Simpsons show?
I'm saying somebody watching my program who wrote for The Simpsons put this as a joke on an episode of The Simpsons.
I believe you, man. I totally believe that. I totally believe that because I know my situation that I went through with all my conspiracy research that led me to get gang stalked. It was all people in Hollywood. And so, you know, The Simpsons is entertainment. That's connected to Hollywood, man. And so...
Yeah, no, and I'm pretty sure, like, Ellen DeGeneres and, like, all these different actors, like, know who I am. Like, because I used to watch Craig Ferguson's show, and people talked about me. Like, the lady from Sex and the City, like, whispered to Craig Ferguson one time, I don't really like Joe. And she had obviously stayed up, like, the whole night, like, the night before, like, watching it, because, like, their eyes are all bloodshot and shit.
That, you know what, man? That sounds pretty accurate. I can definitely see the actors and actresses watching us. Yeah. Like we're like a TV show. We're like a big TV show, and they're all watching us. You ever seen that movie called Sliver?
Which one?
A movie called Sliver. Yeah, it came out in 1993, and it was about this chick. I forget her name. She's a well-known actress, but it was a guy running an apartment complex, and he was watching everybody. Like he had cameras in all the apartments behind all the mirrors, and everywhere around the apartment complex, and he was watching everybody like TV shows, and nobody knew anything about it.
Huh.
That's kind of like how I think the gang stalking program is. I think they watch a lot of people, and people don't even know they're being watched.
Yeah, no, probably. But I feel like I'm one of the more available ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it'd be really nice if like you found where it was, you know, because like that'd be great, you know, like if I could finally watch myself, you know, and see what they're putting on there.
The NSA, man, National Security Agency, they're the ones who have all those supercomputers that watch everybody. If anybody's watching you, it's definitely the NSA. If anybody has access to what you're talking about, dude, it's definitely the NSA.
Well, I think it's available to like, you know, common people, like anyone with a computer can watch me, I think.
Yeah, but I'm
Because, like,
but I'm
Because like friends of mine, like and like this one dude I knew, like talked about watching me. Actually, he said it was like watching bacteria grow or something, and he said we have to watch. And he said the name of this guy, like I just talked to the night before, so I'm pretty sure. Like for some reason, like people don't want me to know about it. I don't know why.
Well, that's like with gang stalking, man. Like a lot of my neighbors, they're all in on it, but they're never going to tell me about it because they're all profiting.
Yeah.
They're all benefiting.
It kind of makes like a whole population of gang stalkers, you know, because like you have to be kind of either open-minded or perverted, you know, to like watch somebody in their house like for long periods of time, you know, and that's what people do. I'm pretty sure.
Right. It is pretty strange.
Yeah, but like I feel like I almost got laid a couple times because of it.
You almost got what?
I almost got laid like a few times.
My friend Steve, dude, he's going through it too. You got to talk to him, man. We got to get him on three-way sometime.
Yeah.
He his house just got raided. His new house.
Oh,
The program, the gang stalking thing, had his house get He's living out in Cali. He's living in Sacramento, and he's moving to Folsom, and the town of Folsom, the city, and the gang stalking program arranged for his house to get raided before he even moved in, his new house.
yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they broke into my house before. But I think they found my key because I lost the key somehow. So they got the key.
Yeah, I don't smoke weed, but I had like a $20 bag of weed rolled up in some tissue because like sometimes girls smoke it. You know, a lot of the girls that I meet sometimes they smoke weed, and so I like to keep weed around for them. You know, if I go and hang out with some females, you know, I can let them smoke a little joint or something or a bowl or a blunt or whatever. And then after he said his house got raided, I threw the weed away. I was like, shit, they raided my house and find that they're gonna try to, you know. Program might try to press charges against me or something.
Press charges you for smoking weed?
Yeah, can they do that? You think they would do that or no?
Oh, I don't know. It's never happened to me, and I've been smoking like for the last several years since they've been watching there, since they put me on the internet.
Yeah,
I don't know how long they put me on the internet. To be honest with you, like it could have been like in my teenage years. It could have been like a lot younger than that. I don't know.
Well, you said that your you said that you felt that your family, like your parents, had been being gang stalked, and it was like generational.
I don't know. Like one time, like the female voice, they talking to male voice and a female voice, and the female voice said they know my parents, or they know my parents really well, or something. So like I think that was an indication they watched them before I was born. I'm not sure, but. They said that they've been giving me synthetic drinks since I was like 7.
Right. What do you think the root cause of it is, though? Do you think that there's like some sort of agenda behind all this, or do you think it's just like they're just like, you know, just in general want to be affiliated with you? Like, why do you think they're doing it?
I think it's like something really personal. Since they've been watching me since I was a baby, they probably feel like they're kind of like my parents.
Yeah. Yeah, I can totally see that. Like they have a, they've been watching you so long. It's like a personal interest type thing. Like almost like they're taking care of you almost.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of cool if you think about it.
Actually, kind of what?
It's actually kind of cool in a way.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Like, it is, but, like, it sucks how little information I get about it, because they act like these effeminate, weirdos, when really they've got to be, like, the smartest people alive, because,
Right.
they understand the human brain, obviously.
Yeah, they definitely, the people that they have working for them, they got some smart people back there, man, that handle all this stuff. They'd have to be really intelligent to be able to do all what they do.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, man. Honestly, I listen to people all the time talk about this stuff, and I'm fascinated by it because it's just a world within itself.
Yeah. Now, I kind of want to make a YouTube video and, like, just ask, like, if anybody knows where this video is on the internet, and maybe I'll get a response. I don't know.
You should. They might do the program if you really start looking for it. The gang stalking people might actually tell you, man. It sounds like they're a lot cooler. Because I talk like Steve. They don't really say. I think they say good stuff to him now and then, or like by partial stuff. But they're not. They seem like they're targeting him more in an angry way. With you, they seem a lot more friendly, man. So they might actually give.
Certainly, like, I mean, pretty much, like, they put on, they wanted to make me believe that they were female for a long time.
Uh huh.
So, like, they're like, everything they do has, like, some type of femininity about it.
Right.
And, like, since they've revealed that, they're probably, guys doing a female voice, like, it's kind of changed their program. Like, it's kind of made them a little bit more hostile, I'd say. Maybe more hostile. It's hard to tell.
What do you think it looks like where they are? Do you think they're talking into microphones when they do it? Or they're typing into a computer? Or?
Yeah, I think they're talking into the microphone.
Right.
But like, it just occurred to me, like, when they transmit my thoughts to, like, these people, like, it's either a computerized voice talking, or it's like one of them, like, talking to a microphone saying exactly what I'm thinking. I'm not sure which it is, but it's probably them saying it. I think that's more likely.
Right. Have you ever went to like the police or like the FBI or anything?
Have I talked to the police?
Yeah. Have you ever like went to the government or the police and like told them about it and saw it and tried to see what they'd say?
I said something to one cop and he kind of just looked over like as if he knew what was going on. Like he looked at the where the camera would be, I think.
Damn.
Kind of indicated that, and like I've gotten weird, like cops have like spit at me and shit. So like I'm pretty sure the cops know about it, and like I do drugs all the time, so I better like slow down on that. But
yeah, it's pretty intense, man, because it's like the people who know about it don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. Like, it's one of the more interesting things to talk about, obviously.
Right.
And
definitely.
People don't want to do it because, like, it's too weird or something.
Yeah, it's almost like, even now on the Discovery Channel and the History Channel, they talk about, like, ancient aliens, extraterrestrials. It's like you can get people to talk about aliens before you can get them to talk about gang stalking.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, they had, like, an alien con thing. Like, you have a gang stalking con,
Right.
That'd be cool. Yeah, just concentrate as many people who know about gang stalking as possible in one place and, like, have a whole convention.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is like with the voice to skull stuff. I think a lot of this stuff is like, probably coming out of like the military industrial complex, like the technology.
What's that?
A lot of the technology that they use in the gang stalking to communicate with people and to monitor people, like their mind. I think a lot of it's probably coming off the military bases, the technology to be able to do it. You
Yeah, I
know.
don't want people to be judged in the military, so like maybe I don't have to worry about it. Like it's like I'm in the military because like they can torture me and everything, you know. But they don't do it, you know. Like I kind of wish they would, like, because they would give me like street cred, you know. Like I get tortured every night, you know, and like I live through it. But no, they don't torture me all the time.
Yeah, I think they're a lot more relaxed on you now, man. It sounds like, you know, they really don't want to hurt you. They just want to let you know that they're there. And they kind of like just want to make sure that, you know, everything's cool.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, like, they definitely, I mean, whenever they talk to me, like, they stimulate some part of my body so it has more of an effect, like, sometimes.
They would probably help you, man. If you ever got in a situation where you were in trouble, dude, the program would probably come in and save you. Honestly.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, maybe you're right. Like, I mean, I've asked them if they were protecting me, and they said no. So.
I don't, you know, man. But I think though, because you're on their caseload, they're always watching you. So, I mean, you know, I think they, you know, I mean, I could be wrong. Like, you know, I wouldn't walk down dark alleys like at 3 a.m. or nothing. But, you know, I mean, I think there is some level of protection you have though.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I hope so. Like, I want to be able to. I mean, like, I don't know how far like I would go to like prove it. You know, like
Right.
this one guy attacked me like in an alley one time. He like punched me like 5 times in the head. So like they didn't protect me that time.
Yeah. Well, that goes to show then that I mean that they won't. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't do it. Maybe they won't intervene.
But the crazy thing about that is like I think they did it so they could like prove that they would operate on him like just for punching in the head. Like I think they actually manipulated him into attacking me. Like possibly, I don't know.
Probably, man. The program, dude, they're into some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had people step up to me. Like, they've had people, like, you know, there's been a few people that I almost fucking went after in the program that, like, especially when I'm out traveling and stuff, I travel on the West Coast a lot. They've had people, like, you know, try to get my way and try to do little stuff. And it's like nobody ever attacked me, but at the same time, you know, I never backed down either. I always stepped up to them. And, you know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You know, but it's never been a situation where they sent somebody after me, though. You know, but if they did, I wouldn't give a fuck, though.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to
I
get...
don't know. Like I know they're like attached to me, like in some big way, but like. Yeah, I'm not sure if they would protect me or not. Like,
Dude, you gotta do. Me and Steve, man, we're setting up like a teleconference thing, and we want to get everybody together who's who's being gang stalked, just to like come together and like, you know, all talk about our experiences and stuff, man. Kind of like what they do at AA meetings.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and do it like regularly, man. That way, like, you know, we can have a thing going where people can just like check in, dude. People can just call and check in, and you know, tell about what happened in their day, or if it's like an emergency, you know what I mean. You can have somebody help you grind through it, and then eventually we can get together in person and have like rent out halls and let people speak in person and meet each other in person. You know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that fear that the program's going to try to like. You know, we're always going to have that thing in our mind where the program's going to try to like retaliate or try to ruin it. But you know, I don't think they'll do that. Like if we really try hard, you know, and we're trying to be better people and have better lives, I don't think anybody's going to try to stop that. You know. What do you think?
You're probably right. You know, and like, because they're loose individuals. You know, like they kind of act like morons to me, but like they've got to be like pretty intelligent.
Yeah, they hire a lot. See, a lot of times they hire people who are like you know, sometimes the people even seem like silly or kind of like goofy and stupid and stuff. But the people who run it are smart as hell. Like a lot of the people who follow me are just like everyday people. They're not really nothing special. But the people behind the scenes that I never see, I know they gotta be some smart ass people.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, it doesn't mean they're good people, but they're smart people, though. You know.
Yeah, no, I read some interesting articles. But like the first stuff I saw about it, like they said like they're more they're definitely smarter than you, but they may not be more intelligent than you are. So
Right. Right on, man.
yeah.
So what have you been doing? Have you been working a lot?
No, I'm a Social Security.
Okay, cool. So have you been like you've been just chilling at home like
Yeah, no, like I've been like really understimulated like lately. They actually gave me a reading disorder.
uh-huh.
I'm not sure if you're gonna believe that. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I believe you, man. Kind of like
Yeah, no,
almost like
yeah,
Dick's le-
I'm not sure if you've ever heard of anything like that, but like it was after I took LSD one time, and yeah, I haven't been able to read it myself like since then. Like, well, I mean, I can decipher what the words are, but like I can't hear them.
Man, one time
They've turned
one time
they've turned down the volume on my reading voice when I'm reading.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
One time I took acid, man, LSD, and it was on Halloween, and a friend of mine had got it. He had somebody send it through him through the mail, man, from Florida, and it was like this big vial, and he gave me like two drops of liquid on my tongue. And no, he put it on the palm of my hand, and I licked it. I licked both of them off of my tongue, and I was like, man, this stuff isn't gonna work. Next thing I know, man, like 45 minutes went by. It's like I was hearing like I could hear sounds like really good. Like I could hear stuff like far away, and it was just hard to explain, man. Like it was on Halloween. There was this house, and there was a bunch of like decorations on the porch. And I thought it was people on the porch, and like I tried to walk up there and like talk to the people, and it was the feeling was so intense, like the energy, and I just kept talking, man. I couldn't stop talking everywhere I went. I just kept talking and talking and talking, and it like I was afraid it was gonna last too long. I was like, man, I hope this doesn't last that much longer. You know, it was just like I can't. And then when I went into a dark room, that's when it really kicked in. If you go into an all dark room,
Yeah.
you start seeing like silhouettes and shadows and stuff. And it was like this was a few years ago. This is back in the day, man. This was like probably like 8 years ago, 7 years ago, or something. And it's like I always remember that, man. But I was scared to take it after that. I didn't want to take it anymore. It kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the reading disorder you got is kind of like dyslexia.
Yeah, kind of. Except it's like, you know, creating on a computer, you know.
Man, that's intense.
Yeah, it sucks. Like, so I've had to read out loud, so I wasn't sure if it was like, so they could get me to read out loud, you know, like.
Yeah. You said, can they get you to read out loud?
Yeah, I think that was why, like, or no, like, I'm not sure why they did it. Like, they said it was, like, punishment for taking LSD, or, like, I'm not sure why they did it. Like, I had to ask them, well, why'd you do that? They're not responding.
Damn, man, you can ask them, like, you can just ask them stuff and they'll talk back to you right on spot like that?
Yeah, they will. Like, a lot of what I write down is, like, responses. But they just say, like, you know, gibberish sometimes. Like, they just say, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of what I write down is, like, I'm asking them if they're going to give me my reading voice back, and they, you know, I'm not sure if they want me to believe they're never going to give it back, or what. Like, I'm not really sure.
Right.
because I asked him that more than anything else.
That's pretty intense, man. That you got that close a relationship.
Yeah, no, I'd be happy if I could just read. You know, like that's like the only big problem with my life. You know.
Yeah, you
like
probably will, man.
Daunting, man.
You should start. Have you ever tried to do it? Like just sat down and just tried?
Try what?
Have you ever tried? When's the last time you tried to read?
Let's see. Well, it was like Sunday, and like I was reading out loud, so it didn't count. I could read this. So it counts. Like,
Yeah, man. You should just keep.
I can't tell. Like I was reading something I wrote down. Like I can't tell if the reading voice is back. I don't think it is. It'd be louder than that.
Every now and then you should keep trying, man. Like every once a week you should.
No, I do all the time. Like.
Right.
I mean, I'm not just going to give up reading, like, just because they made it a little bit harder, you know, like, I mean, I kind of have done that, like, recently, and I've been, like, a lot unhappier because of it, so.
No doubt, man. No doubt. And
yeah, one of my journals, like, recently has been, like, just complaining about how I don't read enough, you know.
Yeah. I need to start. I haven't read in a while, man. I used to read books all the time, and lately I haven't been reading very much, man.
It's better than drugs, in my opinion.
Reading, yeah, it's pretty cool because you get into the stories and you get into the information. Whatever you're reading about, it's like you enter a whole different world.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading this book that kind of pertains to gang stalking. It's like about this group of psychics that prevent other psychics from following people around. So it's a lot like gang stalking, actually, because it's futuristic. It takes place in like the 1990s because it was written in like the 1960s, I think. So they thought there would be more precogs, psychics in the 1990s than there actually were. Maybe there were a bunch of them. I don't know. I know these people are psychic. I don't believe the computer is reading my thoughts, but I think a computer can interpret my thoughts somewhat, but I don't think they can actually get the words like right out of my head, unless they're psychic.
What do you think about audiobooks?
Audiobooks?
Yeah.
Oh, audiobooks? Yeah, they're okay.
But they're not like you want the real thing though, huh? They're nothing like right. Right. Yeah, man. With the gang stalking stuff, I've seen some books written on gang stalking, but they're always under like anonymous names.
Say what?
They put there's people who write books about gang stalking, but they write them like under anonymous names.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't want to be out in the public talking about it,
Yeah.
They're afraid the gang stalkers will retaliate against them. You there?
Yeah. No, I've written about it before. Like, I wrote some on my Twitter account, which I don't know if it was a good idea or not. Like, but it's probably okay. And then I have a bunch of videos I posted on my Facebook that nobody's responded to. Like, really.
Yeah, man. How often do you go online? Do you go online a lot?
Maybe like every other day, like a few times a week.
Yeah, I go online about every day, on YouTube and stuff, and I check emails and stuff, and I used to be on it all the time. I used to be on the internet all the time, and now I try to like seldomly go. I try to just check in the morning, check in at night, and then let that be that. I try not to use it too much,
Yeah. smoke too many cigarettes, so it screwed up my ability to read out loud. So it's like, and plus they screw it up like as I'm talking. They mess with my lips and shit. But I can't even do that as well anymore. Like, so it sucks. Like, so I've been in kind of like a mid-grade like depression for a long time now. Kind of blows.
Damn right.
Yeah. It's been alright. Like, I don't have a horrible life. Like, it's okay. Like, it could be a lot worse, you know. I could be on the street, you know.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. There's a lot of people out there who aren't being gang stalked that don't have a place to live.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's definitely not the worst gang stalking situation, but it's not great, you know, at the same time.
Right. When's the last time you saw somebody following you?
Saw somebody following me?
Yeah.
I noticed somebody, like, in Walgreens, like, smiled at me, like, I thought that might have been somebody.
Could have been.
What's that?
I said it could have been. It could have been a gang stalker.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know, I don't really go out that often, so, like, they don't have very many opportunities to, like, put people in, you know, my location, you know, like, I don't really notice anybody in, like, these neighborhoods. Like, I think it's more common in my old neighborhood.
Right. It sounds like with you, they're just more into the electronic surveillance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Right.
But, like I said, you know, if anybody can watch me on the internet, like, any of these people can appear in my location just as well as, like, somebody who's been contracted. So, you know, it's like they're gang stalkers almost. It kind of turns people into gang stalkers, I'd say.
Right on.
Yeah.
So what's your plans for this week, man? You got the weekend coming up, Friday, then Saturday, and Sunday.
Nothing planned.
You're going to stay in the house most of the time?
Yeah, probably. But I might start exercising or something.
That's what I was saying, man. With the voice to skull stuff, you know, if you were to exercise more, like, you got a jump rope?
What's that?
Have you ever used a jump rope?
A doorbell?
A jump rope.
Oh, jump rope, no.
Man, you should try it, man. Or you should, like, you know, maybe just go for walks.
Yeah.
Spend a little bit more time outside, man, and try to get a sweat going. Try to get a good sweat going, and drink a lot of water, man. And then walk to a park out in nature, and just sort of hang out at the park a little bit. Go for walks. That'll clear your mind out a little bit more, man.
Yeah.
It'll give you a little bit of a break.
Yeah, you're probably right, man.
Yeah, dude, that wouldn't hurt. Maybe, you know, maybe if not tomorrow, maybe Sunday or Saturday, or, you know, whenever you feel, you know, you got that feeling that you want to try it out. You know, that's what I do a lot, man. I exercise a lot, and it's just, it clears my mind out so much. Sometimes I forget I'm even being gang stalked.
Yeah. So you good idea.
Yeah, it puts your focus and attention on something new, you know?
I'm just afraid if I run, like, they're going to make my heart explode or something.
Nah, man. If they wanted to do something like, they could do something like that, you know, they don't want to hurt you, man.
No, I guess not. They're kind of hurting me right now, like they give me a huge headache.
Have you been drinking? Have you been eating?
No, I haven't really had much to eat today. Yeah.
Oh man, you should probably get something to eat, man. Get you, you know, you got anything to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you should eat something, man, and drink something. You know what I mean? Drink some water and stuff. Eat something, man. Keep a healthy diet going. You know. You there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, man. Try to keep a healthy diet going, man. You smoke cigarettes. At least eat, man, because all that nicotine and stuff, man.
Yeah. How did you know I smoke cigarettes?
You told me a little while ago.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, you said you smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I used to smoke too. I quit, man. I gave it up, but I used to smoke when I drank, and so I stopped smoking and I haven't been drinking.
Yeah, don't tell me that I said this, but like, I smoked some coke like earlier today, and I think that's partially what's giving me the headache.
Oh, some coke? Yeah. It might be, man.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah, no, like, I was paranoid that whole fucking time. Like, I definitely gotta cut that shit out. Like, I think I'm going to.
Yeah, that's not good for you, man.
Yeah, it's too expensive, too. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, it kind of left me, like, with a kind of bad feeling. Like, sometimes it's okay, but, like,
Heck yeah. No doubt, man.
what's up?
I said no doubt, man. Stay away from that.
Yeah.
Stay away from the coke, man, and get you some food and some water and stuff, and exercise a little bit, man. You know where any girls are?
Where any girls are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have, like, a couple girl neighbors. Like, there's this place for, like, the mentally, called Hope Springs. And, like, yeah, this one girl, like, I kind of like, who lives in this building. But, I'm not sure if she likes me or not, but, I don't know, hang out with her every once in a while.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to try to talk to some of the ladies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, I would go out more. Like, I think, like, I need to get on your level where, like, you're okay, like, hanging out with people and not being drunk, or, no, I mean, not that I have to be drunk, but, like, going downtown and shit, like, without being drunk, just hanging out with people.
Yeah,
like,
man, just keep talking. What you want to do is just keep talking to people, man. Keep, like,
yeah. No, I used to do it all the time. Like, I made like, the whole thing into a big show, and, like, I thought it was pretty interesting for people. I think it was. I think a lot of people watched for me.
Yeah.
Like, found out about it, like, and I'm not sure how they would have found out about it, Like, who would have told them? And how have they not told me yet, Like,
Hell yeah.
you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, like, doesn't that seem weird? Like, don't you think at least one person would have, like, called me or emailed me and, like, told me where this video of my life was?
Yeah, it's messed up, man. That's how gang stalking is, man. They don't want you to know anything.
Yeah. I've got a new breed satellite terrorism in America in the mail. Like, they're coming in the mail this week, I think. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, I haven't. You said you got a new something about terrorism.
Satellite Terrorism in America, the book is called.
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't heard of
Yeah.
that book. Is when are you gonna get it?
What's that?
When are you? You said it's coming in the mail.
Yeah.
Right on, man. That's what's going on. That's what gang stalking is. They got a lot of satellite terrorism going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You just keep that grind going, man. No matter what, just try to make every day better, man. You know, if you don't try to go outside tomorrow and just start talking to people, man. Try to, take that extra step, wave at people, get some exercise in. You know what I mean? Talk to some of the girls and stuff. Just try to make, try to make it work no matter what, man.
Yeah.
Right on. Yep. So you go on you got a YouTube channel? Do you make videos or no?
No, I haven't made videos yet. Like I was going to, like to ask where I am on the internet. Like that would be the purpose of making a video. I don't have a camera yet. So, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, no, like I said, I don't have a camera, so like I can't make any videos yet. I'll have to save up for one.
Yeah, man. Or maybe you can get a webcam at. Maybe they'll have a webcam on one of them at the library.
How much are they?
Webcams?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me Google it right now. You could probably get one on Amazon pretty cheap. Webcams for sale. Let me see. There's some for like $29.
Oh, nice.
So that's what's up, man. You get you one of those, you'd be making some YouTube videos.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There might be somebody out there, if you start making videos about what's going on, there might be somebody out there that can tell you, that secret, man. That'll tell you how they're watching you.
Yeah, hopefully.
Wouldn't that be awesome? If it was somebody who knew.
Yeah, I think that's either way to do it, yeah.
Because the gang stalking people high up, they like to watch videos about gang stalking, so somebody might see your video and be like, man, that guy, he deserves to know. And like send you a link or something or explain to you how it works.
Yeah, maybe you would, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about, like, people in the comment section reading, where it is, like, getting more people watching me, That might be a mistake, but at the same time, like, I really want to know where it is.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Don't worry about it, man. It'll all come out. Eventually you'll find out one day, man. It's gonna come out.
Yeah, I hope so.
It will. They can't keep stuff hidden forever.
No.
Eventually everything comes to the surface. Yeah. So what's your plan? You gonna watch a movie tonight?
I don't know.
You got a DVD player?
What's that?
You got a DVD player?
Yeah, I've got a computer.
Oh, you watch movies on YouTube a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good movies, man. Like if you can't find the movie on DVD or whatever, or on VHS or whatever, there's a lot of movies on YouTube. Just watch. You can watch them for free, no matter what.
Yeah, or other websites like I've tried that.
Right. Yeah, there used to be. I remember, man. It's changed a lot. There's some websites that don't give free movies like they used to, but I used to watch a lot of free movies online, man.
Yeah, I still do.
Hell yeah. What kind of movies do you like? You watch like action movies or comedy movies or horror movies?
I watched The Wolf of Wall Street like on Sunday
Uh-huh.
or Saturday.
What's that about?
About this like investment broker who did a lot of cocaine and like had sex with a lot of hookers.
Damn. Was it a good movie?
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out, man. That sounds like a pretty...
Pretty good.
Yeah. I bet you those people on Wall Street use gang stalking on other people.
People on Wall Street do gang stalking other people?
Yeah, they probably use it on their like competition.
Oh, yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised, like Rupert Murdoch or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they probably use it a lot.
And they keep making me smell coke. Like, they made me smell urine before. Do they give you, like, synthetic smell?
I've never had a synthetic smell. I've never experienced anything like that, but I'm pretty sure they can do it.
They do it to me all the time. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, they're very playful, I'd say.
They're very social.
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah.
I was saying they're very social.
They're very, what? Thoughtful?
Social, like social.
Oh, social. Yeah, definitely. But they act shy or something, you know? It's like they convert to, like, you know, kind of like a gay man instead of a female.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, you know, they're people like anybody else, so they go through what they go through.
What did you say?
I said they're people like anybody else, so they go through what they go through.
Yeah, right. No, I try to think of those people, yeah.
Yeah. It's a trip, man. Pretty intense.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like you know, like the church stuff.
Right on. Well, hey, man. My phone battery is getting pretty low. And it's like 1:30 over here. I gotta start heading to sleep pretty soon. I gotta be up pretty early, but You want to take this back up tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe I can give you a call or something.
Yeah, man. Well, what I want to do is I want to have it so you can meet Steve, man. Me, you, and Steve can talk on three-way. He was supposed to call me back tonight. He hasn't called me back, and so hopefully tomorrow I can talk to him and I can talk. We can all talk and get on three-way, man, because he's going through the voice to skull stuff pretty hard too, and he's going through it even harder than you, man. Like way harder than you. Like they're like real bad. They're like real negative as hell to him, and it'd be good. It'd be good to if he could hear your perspective, you know. Yeah. But what time do you usually wake up?
Not till the afternoon, probably.
Well, hopefully by tomorrow, hopefully we can talk. Like, if you're not busy at night, I could arrange it. I could talk. I could call you like in the afternoon or something. But at the same time, we can hook up a three-way. Hopefully by night with Steve, you know, we can all call each other, and then you know what I'm saying, we can get that extra mile in and talk about some more about gang stalking.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you tomorrow, man.
All right.
All right. Take care.
All right, you too, bye.
Yeah.